Hey everybody, it is Emma here, and you might notice that I'm in slightly a different situation this time because I decided to sit downstairs on the floor because I thought Hudson he's around, may show up in this live stream. And I asked you guys if you would prefer me to sit on the floor and try and get a Hudson sighting, and you guys said yes. So I hope this is okay. This is my front room, lounge, living room, whatever you want to call it. And Hudson is around. I've got a secret weapon when it comes to attracting cats. That is dreamies. Cats cannot resist these. And if I shake these, I think Hudson will come running. I did a work Zoom meeting this week, and Hudson sat here right beside me the entire time, and it was lovely. So I'm hoping Hudson's going to say hi. Hope you're all okay. Thank you for joining me. It's very, very warm here in the UK. I am boiling, but I'm looking forward to this. We've got 15 questions today. We have got 10 picture rounds and 5 normal rounds. I want to just say a big thank you to, we've got some moderators in here now. Last week I had a few weird messages which really distracted me, and it was hard to read them and stuff. So I've got 3 in here today that I've seen. Thank you to you guys who are moderating this for me, just keeping out anything weird so I can focus on the cruise trivia. It's quite distracting down here because I can actually see Hudson. He's got a cat flap, but he does not want to use it. But he'll be in at some point. Hello to everybody from all over the world. How was your day? Derek and I were wondering, what exactly do you do? I am a senior MI developer, data developer by day. So I make car insurance data. Yay! I have to admit, it's nowhere near as exciting as all of this cruise stuff. So that's why I'm here talking to you guys. I hope you're all right. In the UK, it's still very quarantine-y. I've seen all over the world, some people are getting back to normal life, going outside again. It feels very far from that here in the UK today. I've been out to the shops twice in 10 weeks, and apart from that, I've only been for walks. So yeah, I'm actually doing okay with it though. I think this helps, coming in for an hour and getting all of this cruise stuff out of my brain, because I'm really missing cruising. I'm sure you guys are too. It will get better though. We will get through this. So I'm going to put in an extra amount of effort this time, not to ruin this and tell you any of the answers. I'm going to really try. Okay, so please help me. Don't ask me any questions that let me say the answer. Okay, so the first thing we have got is 5 just normal questions without any photos. Answer the questions, write them down. Then we've got 10 picture questions, which have a picture to go with them. And then we'll go through the answers if that suits you guys. Okay, I think we're ready to go. Okay, how old is Hudson? Hudson is 6 years old. He was 5 when I adopted him, and now he's 6. I don't know when his birthday is, but I'm just assuming the date I got him is his birthday now. So once we had him for a year, I said that was his birthday, and now he's 6. Green t-shirt is looking good. Thank you. I have a label in the back of this t-shirt that I just noticed when I put it on, from when you get your clothes washed on a cruise line. I actually have the cabin number in the back of my t-shirts. I have washed it. I've washed it loads of times. But yeah, there's like a little yellow. There it is. Is he? I will take it out after this. I was in a bit of a rush. Okay, so I'm going to get on with question number 1. Then I'm going to answer some of your questions. Question number 1 is quite a, well, I don't know, easy one maybe. Which cruise line attempted to break the world record by launching a 245-day cruise, prices starting at $90,000? I don't think that they actually managed to finish it because of this. So that's why I said attempting, but which cruise line was that? Those little labels stay on forever. Yes. Michael says, so do we not answer the questions here on chat? We need to write them down. You can answer them in the chat if you want, but we're going to do all of the questions and then all of the answers. So if you can remember your answers, then that's fine. Keep them in your brain. But for me, there's no way I could do that. You can write the answers if you want. Some people probably will copy you, but if you're not precious about your answers, then do that. So today I have got some squash. This squash is, I actually bought the squash for you guys so that you can see what it is, because I have a lot of questions about squash. So this one is Summer fruits, double strength from Tesco, very, very exciting. Bright and berry sweet there. 20% fruit juice, lovely. I'm drinking a lot of squash lately, but it's very, very warm, and I figure there's worse things to drink. So question 1 is, which cruise line attempted to break a world record by launching a 245-day cruise? This would be my absolute dream if I could pick any cruise in the world. Probably that one. Okay. So moving on to question number 2 now. Which cruise line's luxury expedition yacht comes complete with a submarine and a helicopter? I got to go and see this. I'm still waiting for my cruise on it. That would be a fantastic way to get back into cruising, wouldn't it? Start with an expedition yacht. Absolutely mad. Hello to Peter, who's finally made it to a quiz live. Best part of my Friday, says Tim. Thank you so much, Tim. I think mine too. I'm trying to make Friday a day where I get up and I do exercise. So we're competing with that. It's exercise, lunch, trivia. I'm trying to do a lot of stuff for my cruise course, which I'm going to relaunch. I'm going to commit here right now with you guys to launching it on the 1st of June. Okay, because I'm nearly done. 1st of June, I'm going to relaunch my course. And I'm thinking about this Sunday's YouTube video a lot today because I'm doing it to do with final cruise credit. I've had so many questions about it, but it's not really a very sexy topic. It's not very click worthy. So I'm trying to work out how to do that. So, okay, moving on to question number 3. Can you bring beer onto a Carnival cruise on embarkation day? Can you bring beer? There are some cruise lines where you can bring beer on embarkation day. If ever you want to know what you can bring quickly without having to read the terms and conditions of a cruise line, I have the full list on my website, cruisingisn'tjustforoldpeople.com, and it has every single cruise line and what you can bring. You can save a lot of money by doing this. I see lots of answers. Michael says, wonder what the drinks package costs on a 245-day cruise. I think if you're someone who can afford a 245-day cruise, you don't need to worry about that. So Tim says legally. Yeah, I'm talking about following the rules. Depends how creative you are, says Brian. Yes, it does. I'm talking about following the rules. Can you bring beer onto a Carnival cruise on embarkation day? I'm tempted to try and get Hudson to come here. Do you think I'll just shake these dreamies and see if he'll come? Hudson! Dreamies! It's not working. If you probably haven't seen the Dreamy advert, but if you have, the cat jumps through the wall to try and get the Dreamies. When he comes in, I'll give him a nice treat. Okay. Moving on to question number 4. Disney has 4 cruise ships. Name them. I don't think I would get this one right, to be honest. I haven't cruised with Disney. I can name 3 of them. I can name all 4 now, because I've done my research. Friday is also Cruise Trivia Research Day, which is harder than you think. We're on week 9 now, and each one has had 15 or 20 questions. So that's like 150 questions of cruise-related trivia. What I'm doing now is I'm writing all of these down with the answers on my website because, you know, at some point someone might need some cruise trivia, and I've done all of the research, so I'm doing that. Hudson was so cute in that picture the other day. Hudson is cute in every picture every day. He is a gorgeous little cat, and he knows it. He really, really does know it. Apologies if this wiggles a little bit, but I'm set. This is not a professional setup, but I thought we could. Well, I'm hoping Hudson's going to come. If not, I actually feel more comfortable sitting down here on the floor. It feels quite casual. I normally, when I'm working from home, I sit on the floor. It's just kind of a thing that I do. So hi to so many names that I recognize and some names that I don't recognize, which is exciting. I'm glad if you've been here before or not. If you're here, I'm glad regardless. Thank you all for joining us. Got an inflatable hot tub, says Chris. Whew, that sounds amazing. Megan says, when do you think cruises should start? That's a very difficult question. I think we will see some cruises in September, October time, but I think it will be kind of a phased return. So it might be, for me in the UK, I might be able to do a British Isles cruise before I can do you know, like a transatlantic cruise, I think that's going to be a long way away. Okay, let's move on to question number 5. This is the last of the just wordy questions. On princess cruises, a dessert item is paraded around the dining room on the last night of the cruise. What is the dessert item? There are other cruise lines that do this too. I just think of it as being kind of a dessert item. Hi, Cookery Club buddy. You're really my Cookery Club buddy. I did a cookery club on P&O with Marco Pierre White. I'm a person who never cooks anything, and it was so much fun. P&O invited me on that. It's not a thing that I would have decided to do on that cruise, but I went along, and because everybody was so lovely, hello, it was really, really cool. And I remember it. Marco Pierre White said that I made a good or great or something risotto, and I came back home and I've been cooking rice in the microwave ever since. I don't think I've actually cooked rice since. I've heard Hudson just coming in the cat flap now, so we'll see if he wants some dreamies. Hudson, he does want dreamies. Oh my goodness, he wants dreamies. Oh wow, should we put you over here? Come here. Everyone wants to see you. Come here. Good boy. There you go. Have some dreamies. There we go. Happy Hudson. Happy Hudson, and I hope you're happy because you've seen him. Cats love dreamies. They really, really love dreamies. Don't you? You happy now? He is real. I sometimes get messages that say like, oh, your cat looks lovely, but is he real? He is real. And here he is. Hudson, look, everyone's in there. Can you see them? In there. He sees you. You good boy. Well, hopefully he'll be happy now. It worked. Oh, dreamies always work. If you want to catch a cat, you get dreamies. He's wandering off now, so he's had his food and he's off probably, but yeah, maybe I'll make it more of a oh, he's not going yet. Maybe I'll make Hudson more of a regular star. I wish you could get cats to do things, but they don't do anything that they don't want to do. But that's one of the good things about cats, I think. Okay, in the US, dreamies are called temptations. I didn't know that. Temptations. I find it so funny when I go to America and you see things that are exactly the same, but just with a different name. So these are dreamies. If you hear crunching, Hudson's having his dinner. So you're going to have to do that. He didn't even thank you. He thanks me by just being cute and letting me give him a cuddle. We are not dreamies, therefore of no interest to him. That's true. I could put maybe some fish on the screen or something like that. He might like that. We said about spot the difference last week. Do I win with a different room? Yes, you win. Completely different room. I actually quite like just doing this down here. Not very professional though, but I'm not professional. This is not my job. So, okay. Let's move on. We've done the 5 questions that don't have pictures. So we've got 10 questions now that do have pictures. I'm trying to speak over the noise of Hudson eating because he's such a loud cruncher. But he's happy, so that's the main thing. So question number 6 is this one. The Pride of Aloha for Norwegian Cruise Line changed her name in 2008. What is her current name? So this is the cruise ship when she was this. This is when I went on her. This is taken from a tender, and this must have been 2005. 2005. So she still is with Norwegian Cruise Line, but she has a new name. Any guesses on her new name? She's become a very big part of Norwegian Cruise Line cruises. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I want the question, but I don't want the picture, so that I can see you guys and I can react to your replies. I haven't got anything. You guys haven't answered yet. Question number 6. Pride of Aloha is which cruise ship now? My first Hawaii cruise, says Mary. My first Hawaii cruise too. I didn't appreciate it. I was 11. And when you're 11, you don't appreciate things like I would now. Hudson's still here. Hello. Hello. Come up here. No. He says, not without the dreamies. Look at this. Look how comfy this is. No, you don't go. Oh, maybe he's coming. Hello. Come here so people can see you. There we go. Don't look at his bottom. Cats always put their bums there, don't they? I see some correct answers and some non-correct answers, as to be expected. The hull art hasn't changed. That's interesting. There we go. Hudson's going to sit there. I'll go to the side so he can be co-star of this. Okay. Please like this live video. Yes, if you could give this a thumbs up, that would be massively appreciated. YouTube loves that stuff, so I love it too. Hudson doesn't like sofa beds. This isn't a sofa bed, so this is just a sofa. Oh, knocking things over. Okay. You okay there? Yes. He says, I'm okay. He is such a big cat, isn't he? Look at him. You're so long. Okay. Moving on to the next photo. The next photo is question number 7. On which cruise line will you find this statue? And the statue is this one. Where will you find that statue? I had a lot of fun when I went on this cruise, and I saw this. You can see that the nose is rubbed off a bit and the hands rubbed off a bit. And also on the bum, it has rubbed off a bit too, because that's where people are touching it. Where would you find this? On which cruise line? If you know the specific cruise ship, then feel free to say it, but you're going to get a point just for the cruise line. Maybe you can work it out from other things. Maybe the cruise uniform there? I'm not sure. But that is question number 7. On which cruise line will you find this statue? Try and budge over a bit so Hudson can have a big role in this. I like it when Hudson joins me on things. I think Hudson's built up quite a fan base just by himself. Peter says, look at the uniform. I mean, that's helpful if you know what the uniform is. That statue is terrifying. It is terrifying. Really, really terrifying. Everything on that cruise was terrifying. Love that that is the first thing I seen when I got on this ship. Yeah, when you walk into the ship, when you embark, it's right there. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to just drop them in the comments. I'll try and answer them between various trivia things. Hudson is on camera, says Richard. Hudson doesn't look that impressed that he's in the video. That's because he knows there's dreamies here and I'm not giving him dreamies. He's not impressed. But he hasn't been on a cruise and he just knows when I go on a cruise. There we go. Typical cat. I'm going to cover him up in case he starts licking himself or something. Love being on Patreon. Got early access to last week's YouTube video. Thank you, Sean, for being one of my patrons. I wish I was better at doing early access. I'm getting better at it, but it means that I have to have made it before I actually put it live. And lately it's been, you know, cutting it fine. But when I have made a video ahead of time, my patrons will get early access to it. Thank you to all the patrons. I recognize your names in here. Which formal night is the least formal? MSC, I think. The fact that they call them formal nights is a very big stretch. Royal Caribbean can be quite informal too. Yeah, if you don't like formal nights, go with Norwegian, go with Carnival, go with MSC. It definitely is a look of indifference. He's happy though, I think. I think Hudson's happy. Okay. What about the crew who are working on ships? Will there be any cut-off in the staff? I'm not too sure. I don't think they'll be cutting staff because they're still going to need the same amount of staff when we do cruise again. But of course, right now, they don't know what is going on. So they're not renewing people's contracts if their contract has ended. I did a video interviewing 2 Royal Caribbean crew members. You'll find that on my channel. They're okay. Kate is on her way back now. She changed cruise ship 4 times in a day trying to get home. So it hasn't been easy, but yeah, I think the cruise line doesn't know. So We don't really know. But at some point, they're going to need all of their crew back. When was the last time Hudson joined? Hudson doesn't really join live streams ever, does he? I don't think. He doesn't normally ever. So never. He did join on my work Zoom this week, though. So that's where I got the idea that he might join this. I'm not sure if you can hear him purring, but he is happy. He is purring. Okay, let's move on to the next question, which is, on which cruise line will you find this cabin? And this is the cabin. On what cruise line will you find that? I think there's a few things that give this away. I'm not sure if you maybe look at the colours on the leaflets, and there's on purpose not any kind of really obvious signs here. Okay, so I have a question from Jenny which says, if you could cruise tomorrow, where would you go? I think I would pick the Norwegian fjords because I really want to get back to the Norwegian fjords. That said, Norway isn't letting in cruise ships for quite some time now, and I think if I do want to do a Norwegian fjord cruise, it's going to have to be 2021, but that's fine. I want to kind of move here, but I know that if I do, Hudson will realise that there's dreamies here, and then he'll want some. I think he's just going to have a nap there. Just got to move my leg because I'm sitting on the floor and my leg is dead. Okay, we're good. Hudson says, what are you doing, Emma? What are you doing? Brian says, colour of the bedspread, hint, hint. Yep, colour of the bedspread is hint, hint. I've loved watching Riley. Did you see he lost his microphone overboard? No, I didn't. I hadn't noticed that. Oh, poor Riley is so lovely. He'll be okay. He should be home soon. Todd says, the podcast is fun, which is also on Patreon. I'm going to record the podcast, I think, after this. So thank you, Todd, for that. Let's move on to the next one, which is, which cruise line has the solo balcony cabins pictured here? It's very rare for cruise ships to have solo balcony cabins. And if they do, they're normally just normal balcony cabins, but they are assigned for solos. This one is a proper solo balcony cabin with a single bed, which I think is really, really cool. On the Cruise Tips TV podcast, they talked about a Nile cruise. I would definitely be up for a Nile cruise. I think I would try any cruise once, to be honest with you. Lots of people who follow Riley. Good. Riley is a lovely, lovely, lovely guy. Cool. Okay. So that is that one. That very cool cabin. I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do that. There we go. Still getting used to this stuff. It was a $250 mic. Ouch. Yeah, all of this stuff is expensive. I keep thinking about buying a new... Well, I'm on a MacBook, and it's hard to connect my normal camera to my MacBook because MacBooks have pretty much no inputs. So I was thinking about getting a decent webcam for this. I'm not sure if you need to see me in any more high quality, though. Not sure. Maybe we'll think about that. Okay, we've got answers to that. Jenny said she just moved her June Norway cruise to May 2021. That sounds fantastic, and that sounds like something I would definitely like to do. So hopefully, I'm hoping, yeah, next year, Norway for sure. I'm amazed Hudson isn't annoyed by me. Normally he gets upset because I'm talking, and he's quite happy having a sleep there. Okay, the next question is... Oh, sorry, Hudson. I didn't mean to do that. He's looking at me like, what? Okay, Celestyal Cruises are a cruise line based in which country? And here is a photo of me with the Celestial Olympia. I do have a USB-C hub, but it's just quite hard work. My Canon camera, I need so many different adapters. It's not set up for live streaming, so I can't really use my main camera. Full tummy helps the nap. Yeah, he is. He's a happy boy. He's looking outside. Okay, cool. So we have got to question number 11 now. We are steaming through. We're nearly 25 minutes in. Thank you for joining me again today. Thank you for joining me every single time. I can't believe we're on week 9. This whole thing is just strange. I'm definitely going to keep up doing a live stream a week though, because I do like it. Hello to my mum who's just joined me. Hi to mum, Gaynor Latisse. I don't think it's a surprise that Gaynor Latisse is related to Emma Latisse, because Latisse is an obscure surname, let's say. There's not many Latisses around, which I quite like. Hello to my dad, Paul Latisse. No surprise that we are related. He doesn't say hi to me though, he just says hi to Hudson. This is probably more than my parents have ever seen of Hudson, because Hudson just runs away from everybody. Not that I've seen my parents in 10, 11 weeks anyway, which is rubbish. Hi to Emma's mum. Hi, mum. Okay, cool. Okay, hi, mum and daddy. Love live streams. Cool. We'll move on to question number 11 now. On which cruise line will you find the Beach House Speciality restaurant? This is my kind of restaurant because it has just junk food on it, and I just love that kind of stuff. You know, burgers and ribs and chicken wings, and just looking at this now, chocolate fudge cake. Oof. Dad loves Hudson more than Emma. Well, who can blame him? Look at his little face. He's lovely. I might do this more often. Let me know if you want me to sit down here with Hudson more often, rather than be upstairs. I just worry he's going to do something like start licking his bum or something. That's what cats do. I love the beach house. I had a lava rock steak. Something cake. Lava rock cake. Yum. That sounds fantastic. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. We've got lots of different answers coming in here. Fabulous. Okay, so the next one is, per year, how many cruise ship calls are there in Bergen, Norway? So this is how many times cruise ships call at Bergen, Norway. So if the same one went back day after day, that would be counted multiple times. If you had 2 ships in a day, that's 2. So it's not how many different cruise ships, it's how many cruise ship calls are there to Bergen, Norway, which is this place. That's what it's supposed to look like. But I went there with my mum, and we did not have a view like this. We went there and it was so foggy. It was so rainy. Yeah. That's one of the reasons I really want to get back there, because it looks beautiful in all of these pictures. And it just didn't look like that when I was there. It just didn't look like that at all. How many cruise ship calls are there in Bergen, Norway? There's actually not as many as I thought there would be, to be honest. I need to remember where I've put the answers, because I'm going to forget this. Bear with me 1 second. Wait to remember where I put the answers. That's me playing my own video. Sorry. Okay, so moving on to question number 13. In which year was Norwegian Encore launched? And here is a picture of Norwegian Encore. This is the main, one of the main dining rooms. Norwegian have more than one main dining room. And that's one of my favorite reasons why I love them so much. I'd like to say a big thank you to my moderators and admins who are either doing a good job keeping weird comments and messages out, or we haven't had any today. Either way, that is fantastic. There are kids outside who are on trampolines, so if you hear screaming and springs creaking, it's a trampoline. Yeah, I do keep thinking about using maybe my podcast mic, things like that for this, but then I'm thinking it's going to pick up all of the sound, so you're just going to have to deal with it. We heard Hudson meowing, and we hear me speaking, so I think that's the main thing. Look how happy Hudson is. He's loving this. It's so strange the way their paws tuck under like this, isn't it? Looks like it's kicking me. He's such a long cat, such a big cat. Okay. This is when the ship was actually launched, not when she was built or anything like that, when it was actually launched for people to go on her. John says, can't hear any outside noise. That's good. I just didn't want you to wonder what a strange creaking, screaming noise was, but it is a trampoline. I don't want Hudson to hear the dreamies. Okay, hey to Ben, who's just joined us. Thank you for coming in here. Peter says, where did you get that water bottle from? It is a TUI River Cruise bottle, which I got from the River Cruise conference, because TUI River Cruises don't exist yet, and I don't know what's happening with them, to be honest with you, because all of this stuff happened. These are really hard, Emma. I'm going to have people who say these are really easy as well, so it's impossible. Literally impossible. But I'm doing my best to do a range of cruise lines, range of destinations, stuff like that. Okay. Liam, you're very kind. Don't pay attention to any rude comments. They're just trying to make people feel upset so they feel better. I think that is true. Most of the times when people are mean, it kind of says more about them than me, I think. I don't really take it too personally. These are really intermediate. Interesting. I've had someone get 20 out of 20 or 15 out of 15 every single time, but good. Thank you. So I have to put some in there that are a bit more challenging, I think. Question number 14. I just deleted it. Why did I do that? I'm very sorry. The question is, let me just get it off this other spreadsheet. So yeah, I am putting all of these questions on my website so that you can have a look at them there after this if you would like to. And also that means that I have the questions on the other page so I can just copy them back. I shouldn't be watching myself at the same time as doing this, but there we go. So question number 14 is, the cruise ship Balmoral is owned by which cruise line? I put this one in here because I saw a picture of it and I couldn't remember, and I was wondering who else would know this. You can't win when you set the questions. I don't know. Okay, cool. Yeah, so more people know about that ship than me, I think. Fabulous. So when we're done with all the questions, we're going to go back through the answers. I'll let you guys shout them out and I'll put some answers on the screen. And hopefully between us all, we will have 15, maybe. Someone must have got everyone right, I'm hoping. I don't... Emma, you could say the sky is blue and you'll still have someone disagree with you. It just reflects more on them. So true. People disagree with me on things that are clearly facts. I will say something like, you know, this picture was taken on Norwegian Encore. And I'll have comments that say, that's Norwegian Epic. You didn't take it on Encore. And I'm thinking, I literally stood there and took this photo myself. I don't know what you want. Yeah, you definitely can't please everybody. But if you did, what would be the point, to be honest with you? Oh, we have a super chat here and it says, are all the ships in dry dock going to finish upgrades? This is a very tricky one. It depends really how far along the process they are. I think all of the ones that are in for dry dock upgrades are still going to get upgraded. A lot of the shipyards have gone back to work already. How much work they're managing to do with kind of social distancing and things, I'm not really sure. But they're not going to have the ship come out of dry dock without it being updated, I don't think. The Allure is currently being refurbished. Yeah, so that will happen. As far as I know, that will happen. It would be very strange for it not to happen. As far as new ships go, ones that aren't really very far along in the build, maybe just in the planning stage, because they do plan future ships for all the way up to about 2023 at the moment. So the ones that are supposed to happen in 2023, it's probably not going to. Philip says, Allure of the Seas is not having all of its upgrades. Didn't know that. Philip, can you drop some source or something so that the bird 245 can have a look at that? Because as far as I know, everything was going to plan, just not really on the planned schedule. Allure is having a technical stop, not a refurb. If it's not having a refurb, then that is a different thing. Carnival Radiance is still in dry dock. Yeah, I'm supposed to be on Carnival Radiance right now, which is heartbreaking. I had a meeting at work on Thursday and I wasn't in the calendar for it, so I kind of went, why am I not invited? Why did you not invite me? And it was my fault because I declined the meeting because I was supposed to be on a cruise, which was really, really heartbreaking. Not only do I now have to go to the meeting, but it's not in my calendar because I wasn't supposed to be going. Do you see that? That was literally me putting my foot on a dreamy packet. And then he turns around. Don't forget the 4th cruise-a-thon tomorrow. So there are some cruise-a-thons going on YouTube's on Saturdays. I don't know who's on this next one, but it's basically just loads of creators go live one after the other. So if you want to watch cruise stuff, there's going to be a lot of cruise stuff on YouTube tomorrow. I'm not doing it tomorrow, but I'm live right now, right here. So that's enough, I think. Oh, propulsion was the problem. Cancelled the 165 million dry dock. If it's anything engine related, I have no idea about that. Sorry. Sean says, I'm in your group on Facebook. People on it, fantastic. Thanks so much, Sean. Really appreciate all of your posts and your kind words about everything. If you're not already in our Facebook group, it's called Cruising Isn't Just for Old People, and join it. We have 7,000 people in there. So if you ever want to share any cruise question, any photo, any video or story, or just anything cruise related, you can just come in the group and do that. Okay, so let's move on to question number 15. This is the last question. This is alone. This doesn't make sense, but where is this photo taken? And then the photo is this one. Where was this photo taken? I love this photo. Really, really love it. I might get that printed out, to be fair, because that's a lot of what I love about cruising there. I did actually order some photos, real photos, to be printed out. It's been a long time since I've had real physical photos. I take thousands on every single cruise, but I very, very rarely print them out. So that'll be good. I'm looking forward to that. I'm going to put them up there on that blank bit of wall in what is now the new downstairs studio, which is nice. It's very strange just being in my house though, because normally I have technically a 2-bedroom house, but the 2nd bedroom just has the YouTube stuff in it. There's no bed in there. There's no room for a bed, so it's kind of just the stuff room. But down here, I feel like I can hear the kids outside. The postman might come. Not sure. I've had the most amazing brownies this week. My friend's a baker and she's doing postal brownies. So I ordered some postal brownies. And I feel like a chocolate brownie coma should be a thing. Like I need to lay down to try and process the amount of sugar in it. Whew. Saw it in one of your videos. It was raining when you visited. Yes, it was raining. But this was also the same day. This photo was the same day when I got back from a very, very rainy bike tour. This was the weather, which I'm glad the sun came out, but the fact it came out just as we got back and it was amazingly sunny, that was very, very annoying. Natalie says, I always get photo books made of my cruise photos. That's a great idea. I've made a few of those for my parents and various people for their birthdays, but I've never done it for myself, which I really, really should do. That's a really nice way to keep things together and not lose them. David says, starting my salad, but I will be listening to the answers. That's a good thing. Thank you, David. Does she do postal cookies? No, she doesn't. Just brownies. I haven't had a cookie in so long. Didn't realise there was a group. Thought it was just a page, but have now joined. Thank you, Fiona. Looking forward to seeing you in there. I've just got a comment from Mark and it says, is that cat behind you alive? He is alive. He's just asleep. I don't want to poke him because he's very, very happy. So we'll leave him alone. If you take thousands of photos, how many minutes of video do you take on each cruise? I have no idea. Hours. Probably, I can't even, no idea. Sorry, literally can't think about it. Are they fun brownies or regular? Well, they're not that type of fun brownies, but they are mini egg, Twix, triple chocolate, and Oreo brownies. So I'd say that's fun brownies. That's probably not what you're asking about. He's very handsome. He is very handsome. See, he's alive. He just moved. My hair is growing so funny because, as you know, no hairdressers are open or anything at the moment. So I'm just letting my hair grow. Worst case scenario, I'll shave my head again. For those of you who don't know, I did shave my head on a cruise, so I'm not afraid of that. If I need to do that again, I will. Okay, cool. So let's go back through now and I'll ask the questions and then we'll put up the answers. So question number 1 was, which cruise line attempted to break a world record by launching a 245-day cruise, prices starting at $90,000? Mark says, where is your next cruise and when? The next one I have booked, and the only one I have booked right now, is a 90s themed cruise for September. Whether that happens or not, I'm not sure. I'm a big fan of last minute cruises, so hopefully something will come up. We've got answers here from Liam, Mr. Wigan Dave, Tim. Everybody says Viking, and the correct answer is Viking. If I had all the money in the world, a Viking, well, world cruise, I guess, would be the absolute dream. I would cruise anywhere on Viking. Just, yeah, I cruised for 4 days and it was the best thing in the world. So, well done to everybody who got Viking. Viking. Mark says, fun. I hope it sails. I really do too. I did it last year, 90s theme cruise. It was amazing. So I booked it again for 2 of my friends for their first cruise, and then this happened. So fingers crossed. David says, I would love to have $90,000 sitting around to spend. Me too. I'd love to have $9,000 sitting around to spend. I'd love to have anything sitting around to spend on a cruise right now, but yeah, $90,000 just feels... Imagine, because you're probably going to go with someone else, 2 of you in a cabin, and that's the from price. So mad. Okay, question number 2 is, which cruise line's luxury expedition yacht comes complete with a submarine and a helicopter? Interestingly, the submarine and the helicopter are not included in the price, and the price of this luxury expedition yacht cruises, of course, is very, very expensive. It's supposed to be as if, you know, for people who can afford yachts, but they can't be bothered with the yacht upkeep. I would love to be that person, a person who could have a yacht, but just can't really be bothered to have a yacht. This is what it's for. And it does feel like that. It feels like they would do absolutely anything you asked. But it does come with helicopters and submarines. 2 helicopters, actually. It is scenic, yes. Well done to Jenny. Well done to everybody who put scenic. It is scenic. The Scenic Eclipse was the luxury yacht I went to visit in Rotterdam. I actually went to Rotterdam for the day to visit this ship, up very, very early, fly to Rotterdam, tour the ship, and fly back. I wasn't allowed to take any photos or videos, which was very, very strange. But it was fun to go anyway. It was very fun to see. And I'm hoping one day I can cruise on this ship, because that would be really cool to bring you guys on that. Blimey. Question number 3. Can you bring beer onto a Carnival cruise on Embarkation Day? Any guesses there? Michael says the sister line Emerald has a yacht coming out soon. I don't doubt it. Emerald and Scenic are... Well, I took an Emerald Waterways river cruise, which was fantastic. It was so good. I was supposed to be on a Scenic cruise, but this happened. So yeah. Okay. The answer is no. Well, not legally. The answer is no. You can bring some wine, though, on a Carnival cruise for some reason, but you can't bring beer. No beer. And you can't do it on any other day either. So the answer is just no. No, no, no. And you can't bring any soft drinks either. You can bring, on Embarkation Day, a limited amount of cans of something, maybe 12 cans or something, but generally speaking, you can't just get off and get some soda and come back, which is, I don't know. I don't know if I would do that, because you have to, well, I don't know. Probably wouldn't do that anyway. But question number 4 is, Disney have 4 cruise ships. Name them. Brian says, I did bring a bottle on by accident. It was in my bag and they didn't catch it. Jenny says, no squash. Well, the thing is about squash, if you tried to get this on, Hudson is looking, maybe not, but they do have the really diluted versions of squash, which are about this big. So They're not going to stop. That's the same as a small thing of shampoo. I don't think they would ever stop that going through. Ooh. Mike says he's supposed to be going to Madeira on the 7th of September. Will we be going? I don't know, maybe. You're very much on the borderline there, I think. I don't know. Sorry, Mike. Yep, the answer is, well done to everybody who's got this, dream, fantasy, magic, and wonder. Dream, fantasy, magic, and wonder. Fantasy, wonder, magic, and dream. Any combination of those, you can have it. They are the 4 names of the Disney cruise ships. I would like to do a Disney cruise, but they are very expensive. And expensive is not my thing. My thing is very much guaranteed inside cabins, out of season, $50 per night. That's my type of cruising. My cruise course that's relaunching on the 1st of June is all about how I cruise so cheaply and therefore so often. Most people who are 26, I'm 26, don't cruise multiple times a year, but I can only because I cruise very, very cheaply and I don't waste money on anything. So that will be coming out June 1st. Very, very excited. I put a lot of work into that. Everything I know, it's like, aren't they having a 5th? Yeah, I think they are having a 5th. Not sure when, when it's going to happen now, but there is supposed to be a 5th. Bill says, Hudson. Yeah, this is Hudson. He's asleep. He's being very good, isn't he? He's being a very good boy. I can't believe he is minding all of this talking, but I only gave him 4 dreamies and he's given me all this attention. So question number 5 is, on a princess cruise, a dessert item is paraded around the dining room on the last night of the cruise. What is the dessert item? Other cruise lines do this too. It is a spongy, ice creamy meringue. Mark says, controversial comment incoming, went on 2 Disney cruises and were underwhelmed and overpaid. I guess the way that I read that, I was thinking you were overpaid, but I'm guessing you mean you overpaid for the cruise. They're very expensive. I think they're probably great, but I struggle to see how they're as great as the price tag. Maybe they are. I don't know. What they do, I think they do quite well, but I haven't been on a Disney cruise yet. You're allowed to be underwhelmed and feel like you've overpaid, though. Fun fact, on Disney, you can bring 2 bottles of wine or a 6-pack of beer onto the ship at each port, including embarkation date. That is really good. That's probably one of the best, I think. How are you answering the people criticizing cruise lines for the negative publicity lately? The negative publicity for the cruise industry is just, it never stops. And a lot of the time, the people who are saying these things, they don't want to hear any facts. They want to throw out these things. And when you say, oh, wait, actually, have a look at how many coronavirus cases had anything to do with cruise ships. It's like 0 point something, very, very small. But the way the media portrays it is as if cruise ships like carried coronavirus around the world and it's all their fault. It's not really a thing I need to answer because the people who are saying these mean things don't really want an answer from me. I think all we can do is provide facts and remain calm and level-headed and cruise again. I hate the people who say, cruise industry is dead, no one will ever cruise again. We will. We so will. And it'll be better than ever, I think. So the answer to that one is the Baked Alaska. Yes. Baked Alaska. Baked Alaska. Mark says, I want a Hudson t-shirt. That is not a bad idea. I do have a Teespring store called Emma Cruises, which I haven't added anything to for a really long time, but we could have Hudson on a t-shirt. That would not, but what would he say? Has he got a catchphrase or don't know? So the answer to that one is Baked Alaska. Kelly remembers when the Baked Alaska was actually on fire, not just the LED candles they use now. Okay, let's move on. Lots of you guys got the Baked Alaska thing there. Jenny says there's too many kids on a Disney cruise. Yeah, that's one thing that puts me off too. I'm, yeah, not anti-kids, but also I don't have kids, so I avoid them. Okay, question number 6. The Pride of Aloha for Norwegian Cruise Line changed her name in 2008. What is her current name? This is a picture from a cruise I took in 2005. I was 11 years old, so I don't think I took this picture. Maybe I did. Probably my mum did, or my dad did. I remember the time this cruise ship had the funniest, brightest colours, Hawaiian themes, all kinds of strange things going on. Okay, we've got answers, different answers here. The answer is the Norwegian Sky. Yes, well done to everybody who put Norwegian Sky. Norwegian Sky has become quite a big thing, I think. Norwegian Sky. Catchphrase for Hudson, cruising is better than dreamies. Oh, that is a strong statement. And yeah, I don't know. It is Norwegian Sky. Well done to Kenneth. Well done to Tim. Well done to everybody. Liam. Next question is, on which cruise line will you find this statue? And this is the statue. This is the picture. On which cruise line will you find that? That sounded really funny the way I said, on which cruise line will you find that? But then again, that's not really what I expected when I walked into the atrium of this cruise ship. Because you walk in, not even at the head end, you walk in at the bum end, and it's a massive, massive. The answer is Costa. Yes, it is Costa. This was on board the Costa Luminosa. Costa, Costa, Costa. It's quite funny because all my videos of that Costa cruise are people having balloon parties and dancing and all this kind of stuff around this bum. It's good. Costa cruises are fun. They're so cheap and just weird, very different from anything else, but you can't argue with them. Okay, question number 8 now. On which cruise line will you find this cruise ship cabin? I think this is my favorite cabin, or definitely one of my higher cabins, definitely probably top 5. These cabins are so consistently good too across the whole cruise line. I think they're always kind of modern and clean, and I think I have quite, I don't know, basic tastes. I don't really like things when they're overly flowery and stuff there. It doesn't really need to be there. I like things just have clean lines and just be quite simple. It is MSC. Yes, well done to Dave and Liam and Kenneth and Tim and Philip. Well done to Red Sky 258 who put the MSC Meraviglia. Getting more specific there, but that is the MSC Meraviglia. Joey says, looks like MSC to me. Joey, you will be right. Anybody who put MSC, you can have a point. I used to think I knew cruises, but happy to keep learning. My ego, on the other hand, bruised. Well, Hudson doesn't mind if you get these wrong. All right, he's just happy. We've got slightly more viewers in this time than we normally have. Is that because of Hudson? Or is that because the sun is not out right now? So everybody's inside. He looks so happy, doesn't he? Just look at how long he is. Okay, so that one was MSC. On to question number 9. Which cruise line has the solo balcony cabins pictured here? And here is the picture. I think it's really cool they have cabins like this. I don't know if it's... Is it strange? I find it a bit strange to have a single bed. I don't know. Most adults have double beds, don't they? I don't know. I would find it strange to go back to ever sleeping in a single bed. Change the title to Hudson is here. I might put featuring Hudson when this is done. So Cruise Trivia Week 9 featuring Hudson. Maybe. These ones are all available to watch after the live event, and they're all on my channel for ever, as long as I have my channel for. We're over 21,000 now, I think. Or maybe we're just over 22,000. I think we might, yeah, just over 22,000 subscribers to my channel, which is incredible. If you know anybody who likes cruising or needs to know about anything related to cruising, cruise news, cruise tips, cruise tours, please share my channel with them. Massively appreciate it. The answer is P&O. Yes, it is P&O. It is the P&O Britannia. Royal Caribbean do have some solo balcony cabins, but as far as I know, they have double beds in them, so they're pretty much just normal cabins that they've assigned for solos. I don't think they are proper solo rooms. I'm not sure. But yeah, that picture is from P&O. 22.1k says Liam. Thank you so much. 22.1k. That's crazy. Is Hudson purring away? He is. He's happy. He's a happy little boy. Mark says, I went to see my parents before Corona and had to sleep in my childhood single bed. I promptly rolled off onto the floor. Okay, cool. Moving on to question number 10. Celestyal Cruises are a cruise line based in which country? And I'll just show you that picture of me there again. That was a glorious holiday. So good, so warm, so lovely. Really, really nice. So Celestyal Cruises are based in which country? It is Greece. Yep, it is Greece. Greece seems to be kind of ahead of all of this coronavirus stuff. They seem to be doing much better than us in the UK anyway. So maybe they will be all right. It was a strange mix of people when I went on the Celestyal Cruise. It was Greek people, Italian people, French people, Spanish people, English people, a few Americans on there too. So they probably could cruise sooner than the rest of us, but the problem is getting people over there. We've woken up Hudson now. Are you okay, Hudson? He's okay. I think it's my squeaky bottle that's waking him up. It's a hard life being Hudson. He's really worn out. On to the next question is question number 11. On which cruise line will you find the Beach House specialty restaurant? And there is a menu. There is my old camera I used to use for vlogging things. I don't really do cruise ship vlogs that much anymore because they take forever. It takes so much of my cruise filming the vlogs, and they don't really do very well on YouTube. So I tend to just film everything and then I use it in other videos, kind of tip videos and stuff like that. I do like doing kind of like embarkation day videos and stuff like that, maybe sea days. So I want to say a massive thank you to the moderators who are in here. I have got my patrons moderating this for me. Lovely people. Thank you so much. I keep seeing comments, you know, come up and things, but you guys are keeping it good in here. There's your t-shirt logo. Hudson, he's okay. Hudson, you okay? He's looking at me. He says, Emma, you smell. I don't smell. If I do, I smell of dreamies. But I think he's okay. P&O, saw it on Sean and Steph. Yeah, Sean and Steph did take a P&O cruise. There wasn't on my P&O cruise too many Americans, but Americans are more than welcome on P&O cruises. On to question number 12 now. Per year, how many cruise ship calls are there in Bergen, Norway? So this isn't how many specific cruises are there. This is how many cruise ship calls are there. Bear in mind that the season for Norwegian cruises isn't all year. They don't really cruise there in winter. Hurtigruten, or however you say that cruise line, is pretty much the only one that cruises in the winter. I'm going to give you this point if you're within about 20. So the actual answer is 326. So that is incredibly close, Mr. Wigan Dave. You get a point. The answer is 326. And if you got, I'm going to give you, if you got between 300 and 350, you can have a point. Yeah? So I think that's interesting because at first I thought there's going to be at least one or two a day, which I guess there is, but in winter there aren't any. So that makes up for the fact that in summer there's 2 or 3 per day. Hudson is looking more awake now, isn't he? Okay, so the next one, whatever number we're on next, is 13. In what year was Norwegian Encore launched? Yeah, I think this is really strange. Unfortunately, we are forced to pay in full, though, to go with P&O. P&O make it really quite hard for Americans to book with them, and I have no idea why. I'm covering up Hudson here because he's licking his bum. No one needs to see that on live. Facebook have awarded their moderators 52 million compensation due to the abuse they receive and the horrible videos they have to watch and delete. That is an incredibly hard job. If you pick that job, you're a good person. The answer is 2019. Yes, 2019. It feels like forever ago, but I was on board in 2019, the end of the year. I spent a few days on Norwegian Encore, and it was really, really good. Really fun. We came back from Germany to the UK. Not really a particularly scenic cruise. The weather wasn't great, but just to get on a new ship for a few days was really, really cool. So it's 2019, that one. On now to 14, which is the cruise ship Balmoral is owned by which cruise line? I'm not sure if this is a cruise ship I'd want to cruise on, because I'm not sure if it's a cruise line I want to cruise on. That said, I'll cruise on any cruise line at least once, but I'm just not sure if this is the cruise line for me. Liam says it's 6 p.m. I know it's 6 p.m., but we're going to overrun by about 2 minutes. I hope that's all right. The answer is Fred Olsen. Fred Olsen. Fred Olsen, I've done all. Wow. Hudson's off. 6 p.m. and Hudson is off. He knows he's going. Fred Olsen, Fred Olsen, Fred Olsen. Well done to everybody who put Fred Olsen. We've just got one more question, which is, where is this photo taken? Without the photo, doesn't make much sense. But with the photo, here you go. Where did I take that photo? Gorgeous blue skies, lovely green grass. It is Estonia. Yes, it is Estonia. It is Tallinn in Estonia. A really great place if you want to do any kind of cruise ship spotting, because they have up to 4 there at a time. It's very, very popular, especially in peak season. I went really late in the season, actually, but yeah, somewhere I want to be right now, lol. Same. Absolutely lovely. Want to be on a cruise ship, eating whatever I want for dinner. Sounds so good. Okay, so we are done. Let me know how many you got out of 15. Don't know how many, but had fun. Always good to share with you, Emma. Thank you, Pamela. Thank you so much all for joining me in here. My mum says stop slurping. I'm thirsty. I've got a drink with a straw so that I don't have to go all kind of funny on you. This bottle is pretty broken, to be fair. I do need a new one, but I like it. Have a great weekend, everyone. Off to a meeting. Sorry, Todd. I'm sad you're off to a meeting. Bye-bye laundry calls. Everybody have a good dinner if you're in the UK. Have good lunch if you're in America. Have a good very late night snack if you're in Australia. If you're watching this on the catch up, thank you so much for watching this and catching up on it. These are all available on YouTube forever. Make sure you look out for this Sunday's YouTube video because I'm putting a lot of research into this one. I think it's going to be really, really helpful. So I'm going to go now. Thank you all for watching me. And I'm so glad that Hudson joined us this time. I'm very happy. Let me know if you want me to do this again with Hudson. And he can become a regular co-star. Okay, goodbye. Thank you all for watching this and later.